Alright guys, real quick, so I wanted to show you a video on how I was going to install this Rock River Ambidextrous safety selector. I'm a left-handed shooter, and I've got my AR-15 Sport in the background, mass-compliant version. I had a lot of issues last week trying to use the right-handed safety that obviously comes on the AR-15. So for I think about 28 bucks, I picked up this Rock River Ambidextrous. It's supposed to be really decent. This is the Star version, if you can see that. Give you a little bit more of a positive feel and a little more torque, I guess, when you actually want to switch that. But before I could throw it in here, I wanted to do a dry run, and I got an issue when this came out of the box. And if you can see that there, and I know this is really small, so I'm going to try to get it in there. So there's a little detent right there, a little notch. And what you're to do is when you put it together, you're supposed to use this little tiny, this is a 1/16 inch Allen wrench, little tiny set screw. So you slide your main safety selector from the left side. You're going to go ahead and put your detent in and follow along with the next video if you want to see how I do that. Once that detent is in, then you should be able to slide this together, and from the inside of your lower receiver, be able to put in that little screw right here, and that's going to lock it in place. The problem is, if you see right there, is I'm not getting full insertion of the right hand side of the safety selector, which is for the left-handers, into my safety selector. So apologize to all you guys out there who love Rock River. I've heard great things about them, but this machine part sucks. And what you can see is there's kind of a little keyway there, and that's a pretty good shot right there. You can see it's offset, and I'm not sure the way that my video is going to do this, if it's going to look left or right to you guys. But the way it is when they machined this, their bit was a little too far off to the left. So what I'm going to do to fix this, a lot of people complained on these that the right side selector doesn't sit flush against my AR. I think it really should. It's a mil-spec AR. You shouldn't have an issue, but it's possible that other folks have gotten one that was machined poorly like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a diamond bit on my Dremel, and I'm just going to Dremel that down slightly right there. So the bottom portion of that, you can kind of see how it's offset right there. I know it's really tough to see, but I'm trying to give you a good view. So this side right here, I'm going to Dremel down just a little bit, and when I do that, I will be able to actually insert these together, and I won't have that white space. So that's what I'm going to do. If you follow along with the next video, I'll show you how I insert it, how it came out, the final process. Alright guys, just finishing up this quick little mod here on this Rock River Ambidextrous Star Selector switch. A pretty cool looking switch. I really like the design of it. I really like the feel of it. I'm a left-handed shooter. I needed that extra push. I'm really excited to get this in there and get to shoot this tomorrow, but I had a problem where I couldn't put these together, and what I ended up having when I got this was a nice gap, actually probably a little more than that, right about there. I was getting a pretty good gap, almost a millimeter there, and what I had to do, you can see some nice shiny metal right there. What I had to do is there's kind of this keyway here. I opened up a side, it was offset a little bit, and wouldn't allow the right side of the selector to go in there. So I opened it up a little bit with a diamond Dremel. This is about a 1 millimeter diamond tip. Did a great job. Fit right in there, just perfect. Applied a little pressure. Cleaned it up in general. And what you'll see now, and you can see this little detent right there. Sorry, this is a little tough to do here. Let's see. There you go. See a little detent. That's where the detent screw is going to go in. You can actually see the detent screw in the background. This little guy right here. And what's going to happen now when these go together, it takes a little bit of pressure, and I'm actually going to apply a little bit more pressure when I actually install it. But you can see there's very little light coming through there now. I want it to be nice and tight, so I ground just a little less than what I think I'm going to need. Because what I will do is I'll put my lower receiver on a block and give it a nice little whack right there, just kind of clink those two pieces together when I do the final install, rather than take away too much metal. So if you get a Rock River and you have a real hard time Getting it to seat properly, you might need to make that little modification. The before and after is huge, and this is going to look really, really nice. If you compare the length, this is an M&P15 Sport, and if you compare the length to the original, it is the exact same length. I know this is really tough to see, guys. I apologize. It is the exact same length. There's zero difference here. So this is going to go in there and look really, really good when it comes together, but I needed that to seat well. So stay tuned, and you'll actually get to see the install and the final product. If this was helpful to you, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button right there. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you. Thanks so much.